guys, and welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you my current go-to base routine. So this is my current go-to makeup that I've been doing. I found a combination of products that's just working for me, and I keep going to these specific products together. So that's what we're doing today. I'm going to show you these and put them on my face. It's very intelligent, I know. So a good base always starts with sunscreen. Anytime I put my makeup on, I'm always putting my sunscreen on first, and I like to have time to let that sink in, but sometimes it's not always possible. So I've been enjoying the sunscreen because it doesn't take too long to sink in, and I can go in with my makeup pretty quickly. This is the Innisfree Daily UV Defense. It is SPF 36. I like the way this blends into the skin and spreads out nicely. It is a chemical sunscreen, so there's not really any white cast. So I'm going to start with that. To get the full amount of SPF that's on the bottle, there is an actual amount that you're supposed to put on per square inch or whatever. I did a sunscreen dedicated video a couple of years ago now that has all that information. I will link that video below so you can go to that for more information. But you're supposed to put on a lot more sunscreen than you think. Most times I don't put on enough. I know I don't, but I like to try to put on at least that amount. Sometimes I will go in and layer my sunscreen because it's easier to put on enough if you do it in small layers instead of trying to rub in a whole bunch at once. So I will put that on and then sometimes put more on. But anyways, just know you're not getting the SPF on the bottle if you're not using the right amount of it. That's why I like to have SPF in several of my products, because it helps to layer up those SPFs to get enough coverage. Hi baby! It's nice and sunk into my skin. A lot of times I will let that soak in before I go in with my primer, and while I'm doing that, I do my brows. Current go-to brow product is the Kosas Brow Pop. Honestly, I love this because of the packaging, but the product is good as well. I love the tip on this. It is a small triangular shaped tip, and it just works for me. The color is good. It goes on quickly, and I just really like this brow pencil. I think this is the one that I'm going to be purchasing from now on. I've been using the Winky Lux Unibrow for years now as my only brow pencil, but I think this one has convinced me to use something else. Doing my brows first allows the sunscreen to kind of set on the skin for a minute, and now we go into the primer. Primer and foundation combination is kind of what has been making this look so seamless, so natural and perfected. I've been loving this. Primer I've been using is the e.l.f. Mint Melt Cooling Primer. I actually was kind of iffy about this at first, but I fell in love with this. It grips onto the foundation and it helps it to stay. So we're going to, it's also a, very pretty color. I just take this in between my fingers, and you have to go pretty quickly because it does get tacky and it gets hard to spread on the skin. Like, it'll pool, but just go in quick. Spread it all over the face. I like to pat it in too, especially like if I have any dry skin areas, kind of just glue that dry skin down. So this is a very sticky primer. If you hate that feel, this won't be for you. I didn't like it at first either, but once my foundation is on, it's totally fine. Okay, there are two other components to this that make this base work. So one is the sponge. So I bought the LA Girl sponge recently because I've heard Taylor Wynn talk about this a number of times, and she uses this sponge dry. So I got it and I tried to use it wet like I use every other sponge, and I just didn't like it until I tried it dry one day, and I don't know why, but it works dry. In combination with the primer and the sponge, I use the Urban Decay Hydro Maniac Tinted Glow Hydrator, and the primer and this just works so well together, and it makes it blend in seamlessly like I'm not wearing any makeup at all. This, I just draw some lines on my face, and then I go in with the flat edge of the sponge, and I just push it into the primer. So this primer, I wouldn't really want to do a brush with like circle motions. This is one that I want to press the foundation into. And again, it just makes this sink into the skin and blend away into nothing. This sponge is a little bit like harder than a beauty blender, like especially because you're using it dry, but I don't know why this particular combination, it does not bother me at all. So here's what the foundation looks like. It just melts into the skin and looks beautiful. I cannot say enough about it. Sometimes I will do a second layer to add a little bit more coverage, but this is just a nice low medium coverage right here. So now we're gonna go in with concealer. The concealer I have been loving with this combo is this is the Kosas Revealer Concealer. And I literally just put one here and one here, but I take the same sponge and just tap this out. There's the foundation and concealer. I've been using a combination of the Milk bronzer stick and the Lila Bee powder bronzer, so I'm gonna go in with this first and put this here. So this is a very glowy base, so put whatever powder on top that works for you. I'm actually going to be using the Kosas powder today. This helps to set it, but keeps a little bit of that glow there. So I'm gonna set under my eyes with a more precise brush, and then I'll go with a fluffier brush for the rest of the face. Gonna set that. I'm just gonna take a nice big fluffy brush. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the Lila Bee Duo Bronzer. All right, and then for blush, I've been using my Jouer Duo blush duo in Flirt, and I've been using this beautiful light shade. It just is so pretty on my skin, and it has a little bit of a sheen to it. So between that and the glowy foundation, I don't need highlighter. So there is my current go-to base. I just love it. So I'm gonna finish off my eyes so you can get like the whole effect here, and I'll be right back. All right, so here's what it looks like with the rest of my makeup on. If you wanna see the rest of the look, this is gonna be in my Natasha Denona Glam palette video, so you can see how I got the rest of this. But anyways, so here is the completed current go-to base. I personally am loving this, and it's the most I've used like a combination of products in a while. I kind of normally jump around, but I found something that's working and I'm sticking to it right now, and I love that it's like, I know what I'm gonna do. It's quick, it's simple. I hope that you enjoyed this. Let me know if you've tried any of these products. Let me know what you think of them. If you have a current go-to base routine, let me know in the comments below. I'm curious to see what everybody else is using. I'm going to put a little bit of Professional to finish it off. So yeah, that is going to be it for this one. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already and you want to see future videos, hit that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay gorgeous. Bye. You look like a pink flamingo over there. Elf Mint Met. Let's try that again. Let me know what you're liking of the upload schedule. I went from Tuesday, Thursday. Now I'm trying something a little different. I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, sometimes Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Trying to see when people are watching more. So let me know if you have an opinion on that.